Is in jail tonight, accused of shooting another man this morning in what police are calling a road rage incident. TV20's Ethan Badowski tells us why police say this was preventable.
I don't like road rage. Just stay in your car. If somebody say something to you, don't say nothing at all.
Nikki Mercer said she was startled when a police officer walked into the gas station she works at and asked if anybody had been shot. Police were investigating a shooting that took place about 150 yards from the intersection of State Road 40 and 60th Avenue in Ocala. The shooting took place following an accident involving two men.
There was a verbal altercation. The victim actually took a metal object, struck the shooter in the face with the object, and the shooter took his gun out and shot the guy in the back.
Both men were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. At the hospital, police say they spoke with the shooter and identified him as Marquise Browdy. Officers arrested Browdy on charges of battery with a deadly weapon and say the incident is a result of road rage.
Road rage is a serious issue, and it's dangerous for everybody. It's dangerous for drivers, pedestrians, and it's something that can be prevented. If everyone just drives safe, follows the rules of the road, and everyone's kind and courteous, these things don't have to happen.
Nobody that I talked to inside the Circle K on 60th and 40 saw the incident actually happen, but one witness told me that he has never seen so many police officers in his life. Reporting in Ocala, Ethan Badowski, TV20 News.